Hello, hello. 5 o'clock already. Not sure how that happened. Just getting my live up so I can see if anyone is with us. Oh, it's not there yet. So it's Wednesday. I've just had to check that myself. Losing track of days after a very, very strange time in the world. Here we go. Just pop that up there. We've got no volume, so that will work. So I hope everybody's well. And today, oh, I've just lost it again. Where have I gone? So today was the launch day. What have I got in my picture that's probably moved my scissors? So yeah, launch day today of the Ornate Garden Suite. So I thought I'd give you an opportunity to see what the suite is all about. So it starts with a stamp set, the Ornate style stamp set. So this is a cling stamp set with 6 different stamps in there, one bigger one and then some smaller ones. And then we also have just got to remember what's called what with all these different elements. So these are Ornate Borders dies, so they're rather sweet. I don't know whether I probably showed those. I will show you some of those. I've used a couple of those in the cards I'm going to go show you today. Now I'm dropping things, bear with. So yeah, what I've been doing, I've basically been playing through the afternoon, and I will show you the elements that I've been using from the set. Then you've got these ornate thanks. So you've got a big thank you, so grateful, and thanks, and then lots of little small ones saying from the bottom of my heart, I wasn't sure how to, just wanted to say, you made my day, for all your help, from all of us, etc. So there's quite a number that you can just add to the thank you or the so grateful. There is also the 3D embossing folder. Again, use that today so that you can have a look at that. And then we have the borders dies, which I cut the paper in half so I could keep it. I do like to keep whole sets in boxes so that I know where everything is that belongs to a set. So again, I've used some of those, so I will show you which ones of those I've used as we get to that. So yeah, as I say, I did some playing this afternoon so that you didn't have to see me making every element. So what I'm going to do is put together some of the designs that I created, and what we have that works with the set, because this is a new set from the next catalogue. Hi Jenny. We don't have one of the colours, which is a bumblebee, so we're using mint macaron, terracotta tile, early espresso and old olive today, and these gorgeous papers, which hopefully I can grab without knocking the tablet over. There we go. So the papers, as ever, are double-sided. So you've got a whole range. Hopefully you can see all of those if I bring those into shot. And then on the back, a lot of them have the lovely gold embossing. That is very similar to one of the coloured ones, but it gives you the opportunity to colour it in as you wish, whether you want to use blends or inks. And that's in the mint macaron, a nice shade there. That's the paper that that other one was similar to. And then on the back, that's just got a plain design. And then we have these kind of daisies, which has got a nice terracotta tile design. So there's so many options with this set, and then that's got another gold one on the back there. So that kind of gives you a quick run through. Oh no, I forgot the ribbon. So much in this set. So you've got these two lovely ribbons, which are really nice weight of ribbon actually, in terracotta tile and old olive available. So you can choose to buy the whole suite, or you can pick and choose whichever bits kind of suit you within the set. So as I say, I did a bit of pre-preparation this afternoon as I was playing around. So I'm just basically going to put those cards together now. So the first one, I just did a really simple cutting out of a piece of the designer series paper, just as a background for the card. So I'm literally just going to, my favourite is snail, but you use whichever glue you prefer when you're crafting. I've done a little thanks, you're amazing, and then what I did on the edge, actually what I did, this one uses, I'll show you on this one what it does. If I get the right, nope, got the wrong box. Get the right box, never got the things. One of these days I'll get a real pro at this, won't I? Hi Nicola! So yeah, what I did with this, not that one. See, so many choices, so many choices. With, hang on, bear with. It's all stuck together. It's because it's brand new. So with this one, I actually used this die to cut it out, but then decided to just cut off the real lace edge. So I've just literally got the dotted edge. So it's as flexible as that. You can just do whatever you fancy. So again, in this one, I'm just going to stick the thanks. I'm going to put that part way across the card. Then what I discovered with this edging one, whilst it creates a lovely edge for you, you do end up with these little bits. And you know how I don't like to throw anything away. So I've got these little bits. So that is only going to be possible with a bit of Tombow. Which I'm just going to put a teeny little dot on each of the ends in a corner. So I just literally, you can just lay it over however you fancy, and that one's just going to pop off the edge of the card slightly. Just going to get that glued down. Hopefully, as I say, I ended up with these three little bits and then thought, oh, quite like them. So I thought I'd add them to a card. Waste not, want not, and all that. So I've just got three little bits just to literally pop down. So to me that just was quite a simple card. Oh, bit of a splodge there. Just created very simply, and those nice waves to me. Oh, if you glue them down properly it always helps. But as I say, they came out of the thing when I cut it. So don't throw it away. Find a way of using it. So, oh, I forgot the little bow. This lovely ribbon. Am I going to have a glue dot handy? Yay. Winning today. So generally when I tie a little ribbon I just use a little glue dot to stick that down. So yeah, I'm just going to put a little bow in that bottom corner. So that's one card. I used one of the stamps on the envelope just because we don't like to have a naked envelope. We like people to know that they're going to get happy mail. Then I went on to using some of the edges without cutting the bits off. So again, just chose one of the papers, which, oh, just literally as backgrounds. I mean, you know, if you were so desired, you could fussy cut out some of those patterns perhaps, or leave them as a background, or there's no reason why you can't cut them out. So the great thing with this whole suite is it really does allow you to play however you want to. And again, you know, obviously I've pre-cut this for today. Oh, hi Ali. But yeah, so on this one, again, I cut that out, but edged using a sponge in the mint macaron. This one saying thanks, my friend. And then just added some dimensionals onto that one to give that one a bit of lift. So that was another one. And then we have these lovely gilded gems that come as part of the suite. So those, I'm just going to put one of those probably there. So that just is a nice simple card again. Oh, hopefully if I put that up right on the thing. And again, this I used the stamp which as and just use it as a corner. Again, always nice to let people know that there's a bit of happy mail on their doorstep. So that's always a good one. So this one I have played with the embossing folder, and this is with the old olive, so you can see that kind of detail there. Again, just using one of the papers as a background. And when you get these papers, they're gorgeous and both sides are gorgeous. You get 2 of each sheet. Just get cutting into it and get using it, because otherwise you'll just admire it and then nobody else will see it, because you'll have kept it in the packaging admiring the beauty of both sets of papers. Generally, if I'm stick gluing a embossed piece of card down, I do generally use wet glue, just because I find it secures it a little bit more. Now, what we also had within this set, there's so much to show you on this, and I will do other Facebook lives with this. So you get these 3 little flower patterns. So I used the kind of gold side of that to show the kind of gold pattern off, and then thought what I could do was create a flow of flowers. So some of them I'm going to pop underneath. So for some of them I'm going to place before I place the thank you down. And just, well, I mean, you know, you can put them wherever you fancy, as many or as few as you like. I mean, the other thing is of course it's double-sided, so I have created some nice pretty flowers as well. But as I say, my plan with this one was to use the white and gold side, so you can just literally create as your heart desires, either using a bit of wet glue. The danger of I've used now I put too much glue on. Tissue emergency, use a sponge, don't use excess glue. I do have a what's it called, a rubber to get the glue off afterwards, but I'm not thinking that'll work particularly well when I've got an embossed background. But yeah, try not to put too much glue on. And oh, that one didn't want to stick. I'm going to stick the greeting down here. It says so many elements to this whole suite. You can literally just play to your heart's content. I'm going to use a couple of, have I got any small ones about? Probably not. There's always something I forget, isn't there, on a Facebook Live? Always something. You can get the smaller dimensionals, but for the purposes of today, rather than me trying to find the smaller size, I'll just cut one in half. That one will need to have a little, so I'm just putting a little bit of lift on that one, and I'm not worried about seeing that white, because I'm going to put a one of those lovely little Gilded Gems on there as well. So say, I cut out quite a number of flowers just because I was just going to see how the mood took me when I got crafting. Don't think I need that many on there. And just to mask that little dimensional, I'm just going to put a bit of extra. I mean, obviously bear in mind when you are using dimensionals and gems, the chances are you're going to need to put it as a large letter in the post because it gets too thick for that 5mm. So if you're sure if you know you're gonna post it, then perhaps consider using dimensionals or gems, or not using them on the same flower to try and keep your postage costs down. I'm just going to put another little one up there. So that's a thank you from the bottom of my heart, and that's, yeah, just very simple with the embossed background. And of course we just did a singular one of those bouquets of flowers on the envelopes as well. So you can see I spent so long today literally using the whole thing, just trying to decide what I was going to do. So we've got a couple more to go. As I say, this is just so versatile. So on this one, I've done it as a kind of opening out gatefold type card, and used what's it called? This die to create that background in a terracotta tile. So what I'm going to do first, hopefully you can see what I'm up to. So I've cut my pieces, because watching me cut things out is not necessarily interesting, is it? So I'm just going to place one of those on each side. Got another one. So what I did with this one is you have in the set of dies this kind of edge. So literally all it's done is, you can see the difference, it's just cut to create a nice edge. I just fancied doing it a little bit different. I find snail quite therapeutic for some strange reason, and the world's a bit crazy at the moment, so I think it's good to have a bit of therapy in even if it's the strange noise of snail. But hey, whatever makes me happy, eh? In the crafting world. I can see we've got a few more people watching. Say hi if you're still about. So I decided with this one, on the inside, was just to use that plain gold paper, so that when the card opens, you then get the paper. But obviously we do need to have a greeting spot as well. Well, no reason why you couldn't, because you could put the greeting to the side, but I just wanted to put a piece of plain card in so that the greeting is there. And then this, so one of these I'm going to glue on one side, and this I'm going to glue on the other side, so that when the card opens they go either way. So picking the more solid bits to, I can probably get away with a bit of snail on there. I've had a delivery today of 10 snails. The panic of isolation, you think you might run out of snail. It's a real fear, I can tell you. My crafting fears. Luckily David can't answer the door at the moment because he can't walk, so when Mr. Brown came, he wasn't able to answer the door. Hi Babs. Oh Babsy, thank you so much today for your card. That was lovely to receive. So I'm going to place that about there, I think. So that's as the recipient receives it, and then they can open it, and then when it's standing you can have the combination of the two there. Just when you close it you just need to make sure they don't crush that. But yeah, that's quite a nice little thing. And as I say, the bumblebee is one of the new, easier said than done for closing. So we're not sure whether the bumblebee is going to be that darker shade of yellow, but that'll be a new colour in the new catalogue when that comes out. And what I did on that one is, on the envelope, just put a very simple daisy as well. See, once you've done all the prep work, it's really quick making cards, isn't it? I've only sat here for about 3 hours playing. And then this was a card that we actually did at our last team meeting, Jenny, which you'll probably remember. So, oh, Nicola, yeah, no problem, noted. So this was one I hadn't finished from a team meeting. So this uses a couple of the stamps of those daisies. And then I did a greeting. Hopefully you can see that. Is that hopefully better in the light. So that says, so grateful. So that used a bronze embossing powder on the early espresso. So you can see from the variety of cards, oh, and on the envelope as well. Never forget to add the envelope. Thanks, Babsy. So, you know, there's a real variety there, I think, in what you can do with this set. And it's something that you can just play away to your heart's content. Make it as ornate or as simple as you like. And remember not to throw away those odd little pieces, because you might think they're odd little pieces, but I think they look quite good. So hopefully you found that really useful, and that's given you a bit of insight into the new set. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye.